How does an entire town of 115 people completely vanish from the face of the earth without leaving a single drop of blood, a single bone, or any sign of struggle? This is the centuries-old glitch that historians have tried to erase. In 1587, a group of English settlers established a colony on Roanoke Island, North Carolina. But when their governor, John White, returned 3 years later with supplies, he walked into a literal ghost town. An entire community had simply dropped out of our reality. Today, we break down the forbidden file of the Lost Colony and the terrifying code they left carved into the wood. John White's investigation of the island only made the mystery deeper. The houses hadn't been burned or destroyed. In fact, many of them had been carefully taken down. There were no signs of a sudden attack by local tribes. It was as if the settlers had packed their things calmly and walked into another dimension. Even more disturbing, the colony's heavy iron cannons and boats were gone, but their private chests and valuable belongings were left behind, buried in the dirt. Before White left for England, he told them that if they ever had to flee due to danger, they must carve a cross on a tree. There was no cross anywhere on the island. Instead of a cross, John White found the only clue left behind. Carved into a massive wooden post at the entrance of the fortress was a single cryptic word in capital letters: Croatoan, and on a nearby tree, the letters CRO were frantically scratched into the bark. Mainstream historians claim this meant they moved to the nearby Croatoan Island to live with the friendly natives. But when search parties went there, they found absolutely nothing. No English faces, no blended families, no traces of European tours. The world wasn't a destination, it was warning. In 1937, a shocking discovery turned the case upside down. A tourist found a heavy stone in a swamp, covered in bizarre writing. It claimed to be written by Eleanor Dare, John White's daughter. The stone told a horrific story that after the governor left, the settlers faced starvation and a brutal slaughter by a dark force. Soon, over 40 more stones appeared across America, creating a trail of blood and misery. While experts later proved most of these stones were a massive calculated hoax, the very first stone remains an unsolved anomaly. To this day, some linguists believe the writing on the original rock is authentic, a desperate message from a world that was closing in on them. The mystery gets darker when we look at the timeline. Decades later, when the famous Captain John Smith established Jamestown, he asked local native chiefs about Roanoke. One chief confessed that his tribe had slaughtered the Roanoke settlers to prevent a prophecy. But he couldn't show Smith a single grave or a single piece of looted English iron. It was as if a force had commanded the execution of the colony, not just by killing them, but by wiping their very matter from the timeline. 115 human beings gone, leaving only an empty fortress and a 7-letter word that has baffled humanity for over 4 centuries. Was Roanoke the victim of a forgotten war? Or did the first American colony accidentally stumble into a structural blind spot in our world? A place where a whole population can drop out of the simulation at once. The word Croatoan might not be a tribe's name at all. It could be the command code for a total system wipe. If you want to dive deeper into the historical files that prove reality has built-in errors, hit the subscribe button and watch the next video on your screen. And always remember, whole cities can vanish when the code breaks. Sleep well.